You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
I need this Gemini button to go the fuck away.
Oh my god, it's so annoying.
And you know me, right? Because I obviously was popular as a youth. So I obviously got peer pressured to do drugs.
For sure.
For sure, right? I knew I was definitely invited to a party in my teens. I have been pressured to do AI more in my adult life than I was ever to do drugs in my youth.
Yeah, there needs to be a DARE program for AI.
No, literally. Because you know me, hey, folks, me who do a drug.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never felt an interest in AI, and this Gemini needs to get the fuck out of my face. But if someone could please spin up a DARE for AI, I would gladly sponsor that on this show.
Oh my god, yeah.
We'll do a couple ad spots for real.
For real?
Can you imagine the shirts for that though?
Oh my god.
Just take like the
nuts.
existing DARE merch and just adjust it a little bit.
I think we got a beautiful idea here. I think we got a $1 billion business at our disposal.
Send to see what McGruff is doing, actually. Because our age group for real could need it, actually.
That's true. It is true.
I'm not on Instagram, but I've heard that it's pretty rough in those streets. So
it's tough over there for sure.
Yeah, man. So welcome to Into the Twilight. We're here.
Yeah.
We're 1 month closer to the Vampire Lestat. So get ready.
Oh my god. I feel it in my bones. Yeah.
The weather's getting warmer in preparation for all of the hotness that we're getting. So get excited.
It's going to be a slutty Pride Month, folks.
God. Amen. I'm so intrigued by what you are bringing to this space. How are you?
I'm here. Listen, I am 20 years late to this program, to this show that I'm bringing to this space.
I have no idea what this is. So
okay, that's
no,
beautiful. This is a show on HBO called The Comeback, starring one of the funniest people in the world, Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, okay. I know that name.
You know that name.
The Comeback. I know who Lisa Kudrow. Everyone shut up.
No,
I know.
But this is a beautiful show because it started in 2005 and it was based on kind of, post-Friends-esque Lisa Kudrow of a sort of B-list sitcom star trying to get her career back, trying to get to the top of stuff and not be washed out, And by doing that, enlists a, reality television crew to kind of follow her adventures to climb back to the top of the A-list, as a 40-something-year-old kind of washed sitcom star, And it's great. And what is also wonderful about this show is that it was canceled kind of after the first season and then came back a decade later and then now has come back again this year.
Wait. Okay, so I was with you for a sec. I thought when you said 2005, I was like, oh, okay, so Cody's going to go back and edit that because that can't possibly be correct. Because I've heard Lisa talking about this show in the present day.
Yes. Yeah.
Recently. So I was like, oh, maybe Cody meant 2025. But you meant for real, 20 years ago?
For real, 20 years ago. One season. And then 10 years after that, in 2015. And then now, the third and final season is airing currently this year.
Third and final?
Third and final, yes.
Okay, that's kind of iconic, though.
It's kind of iconic when you think about it. And it's they're playing the long game, right? And what's interesting is you have this very kind of cantankerous main character, kind of full of themselves, kind of will do anything to be on television, right? And now in this last season, we are seeing the like, oh, what if the show that is like her next starring role that's going to get her here to where she wants to be is produced by an evil tech company that is using AI.
Oh.
And so you get very real, very fun, like Hollywood tech sort of like conversations at the expense of this person's like unyielding quest for relevancy and fame.
Interesting. Okay, wait. So this is way more interesting because I was already in with Lisa Kudrow. Because she had that banger Netflix show a year ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize the chess that she was playing with this. That the premise of this started right off of the heels of Friends 20 years ago.
Right.
And then that it was like, oh, a season comes out every 10 years unintentionally.
Right.
That's kind of baller, actually.
It's so baller. It's so baller. And Lisa Kudrow is the funniest person in the world. And so everything is like so awesome. There's a stint of her like for a second of her like being on Traitors with Trixie Mattel. It's awesome.
Wait,
it's like there's all these like little things of like referential, like, ooh, what do these kind of actresses do to get like a comeback, for lack of a better term?
This premise sounds not a lot, but it kind of sounds similar to the Was Peacock Now Is on Netflix show that you really like about the pop star.
Oh,
the girls pop star group.
Oh, yes, the Girls Five Eva.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. That one also was very much like a cockroach that you can't kill kind of thing.
Yeah.
This sounds cool. Okay, I really like I was already in it, but now I really like the story of it here.
Yeah, because now it's like a full arc of like letting it really sit with stuff and how things have changed. And it's like, damn, that is actually unintentionally, but then also capitalizing on that. Very good. Very cool.
I love that. Damn. Okay, Lisa.
Hell yeah.
I love that. I'm really excited to find out the context of why she's in this cupcake.
You're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great time exploring.
That's cool. Oh, I'm so excited about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm here.
Hell yeah.
I am present. My secondary thing is that for the first time in my 31, almost 32 years of life, I have used a hair product.
Whoa.
I have touched the color of my hair.
Whoa.
I know. It was a demi-permanent. So it wasn't a ammonia, whatever. Because that still kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
So it's just my hair still. Like, it doesn't really look any different.
Yeah.
But that's just a fun update.
Totally.
On there.
That's huge.
I know. It kind of freaked me out to buy hair color for the first time. But it actually wasn't that hard.
Sure.
So that's fun. So now my grays are still blended, but they're there, which was the important part to me.
Yeah, totally.
So that's fun. So I'm in it now. I'm cool, kids. I know how to do my hair like all of you.
I'm unstoppable, okay?
Yeah. I can say that I've used box dye or whatever. My happy thing is a podcast episode of Bullseye, Mr. Jesse Thorne himself, with 30 Under 30 media luminary, Griffin McElroy.
Lest we forget his accolades.
And I want to talk about this mainly because Griffin went on to promote his new book. Because he do be writing on here.
Sure.
But I found this very charming because he was talking a lot about task balance on here and the connection with his brothers and his dad and how much family is. And y'all know I can obviously relate to a close family that connects through media. That's something that Griffin and I obviously have in common here. But it was great to hear him talk about that, even though it's not the first time that he's done it, but doing it with Jesse, who was his boss for a while
Mm-hmm.
was very nice. And I have felt, I think it's also because the weather is getting nicer, which reminds me of the finale of Balance. I've been feeling an itch to
Sure.
re-listen to it lately. I am grateful that I don't have a parasocial relationship with Griffin, even though I do have a sound wave of him tattooed on my body.
Right. Don't get it twisted, folks, okay?
Don't get it twisted. I care a lot about Taz Balance. However, it is always nice to hear him talk about how that show came together in a wild, wacky way where it was like this wouldn't have happened now because we all have far more kids, and it was just a wacky, goofy time. But I appreciate folks always being able to talk about their craft and being grateful for it in a lightning in a bottle kind of way. And Jesse is able to kind of tease out those questions in a way that some folks are not, which is nice.
Yeah.
So highly recommend listening to it. It makes me happy. So we have a piece of current events here.
We do.
Y'all ready? Hold on, let me crack my knuckles. This motherfucker.
He's at it again, folks.
Can we please get the beautiful and loving and wonderful woman away from this man? I need Nikki Reed out of the clutches of Ian Somerhalder. Please and
literally free her. We have an article from People where Ian Somerhalder is talking about how he sold a bunch of stuff because he was in, quote, 8-figure debt after retiring from acting. There are like too many and also not enough details, right? Like it's like so vague and opaque, but like in a veneer of like, oh yes, I'm being vulnerable and telling you about my financial troubles. But it also feels like a Pandora's box of like, what the fuck happened, right? Like, what do you mean? Because he just says fraud, quotation marks, as why he was in an 8-figure hole, which was, as he described, a hard hole to climb out of. Naturally, of course, that's a lot of fucking money. And he's just like, yeah, I sold houses, plural, paintings, plural, cars, plural, watches, to get out of this predicament. Hello?
We don't know anything other than what is being reported here in this People article, right? And also, what I do know is that this is when he, quote, retired from acting.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that he is in this is a substantial amount of debt.
Yeah.
It was when he was trying to build this business, which is not easy, right? Like building a business is not easy. And also, he was trying to build a business, got into the scientific term for this is a fuck ton of debt.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Which is a significant amount of stress. And then we also know potentially around this time is when he was tossing out Nikki's birth control pills.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, bud, I'm trying. I don't know all of the context of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only knowing what is being provided online, but it's not a good look. And what it feels like is that this is not only like reproductive abuse that's happening to Nikki, it's also financial abuse, my guy.
Yeah.
So what is happening? Now, they do make a note that like this was 7 years ago. He's talking about this in the past and that things are better now.
Right.
But better for who is my question.
And also, like, no shade, but it seems like he has 800 different businesses right now that all kind of seem fake, you know?
How many PPP loans did you get, my guy?
That's a question, right? Because he has his brother's bond thing. In this, it says his main thing that he's getting money from with Nikki Reed is this like powder supplement brand.
NFTs.
Yeah. Like, and then it's also like, oh, he was on this show post the Vampire Diaries called The V Wars, which got canceled by Netflix.
You don't say.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. And then he's like, "Oh, I got the rights back for that, so maybe I'll make that into a show." Probably not though, because I have a million companies and kids. But like, what? Hey, what's the plan? Hey, man, what's going on?
And that's not to say
Yeah,
that you can't have multiple businesses, right?
right, for
It's
sure.
just, Ian, I understand that Hollywood is tough.
Mm-hmm.
It fucks you up. It's a weird place that is essentially like ants being under a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
I don't empathetically understand that because I don't live it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have heard enough stories that I understand that. You know
Yeah.
who also distinctly understands that? Nikki Reed.
Yeah, dude.
Like, so it just feels, it is hard for me to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, Ian, I understand this sounds like a really shitty thing that's happening to you. I can understand that, but I draw the line at accepting that and the way that you are letting that like impact you and the way that you're treating your partner.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool, my guy.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that Nikki has no agency here? Well, no. Does that mean that abuse impacts your agency? Yes.
Mm.
So why don't you take your fucking performative water bottle, get off these performative carpets, and figure your shit out.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Ugh.
just we could have had it better is all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. It sounds like you had some really shitty stuff happening. It sounds like you've done some really shitty stuff to your partner too. I don't know that has anything to do with your fraud out there.
Right. Yeah.
Also, why are you telling this at like a forum, like a business?
Yeah, like this feels unprompted and just like
Did someone ask you about this? Like,
it's like, hey guys, you want to know about how I was 8 figures in debt due to heavy quotes fraud?
I want to know a little bit more about the fraud, my guy.
That's kind of the most important part, I feel.
Was there no follow-up questions about the fraud?
They were just like, yeah, that's worthy. That's fine enough. What? We got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about because that's not even small claims court.
That's kind of a lot of fraud. You know what I mean? Like that's like kind of
court.
He's kind of min-maxing fraud, and I would like to know in what way that occurred.
Sir, I would like to know a little bit more about the fraud. For y'all, no time has passed. For us, it's been 3,000 years since we last watched an episode of this. And I was really shocked when I opened up Peacock today and was like, oh, we're at the penultimate episode.
We're almost there. Yeah. It keeps dawning on me, and this has been the fog and the cloud over this season, obviously this entire time, but the fact that now, after this, we only have one episode left with Bonnie and Elena.
I don't want to talk about it.
Is really, really pissing me off, because we don't have enough time to, because they're going to do something bullshit with Bonnie, obviously, we know this. That I am not happy with, but I'm coming to terms with. Elena has been so fucking wayward and listless this entire time, and not her character. And we can't bring that back in an episode. I don't love that. I'm not.
No, she
having
pissed
a great
me off
time.
this episode.
Yeah, like we're. What is happening to our divas? This is a crisis.
I'm really annoyed with this episode. Pissed me off in a lot of different ways. Least of all, it's not least. It's big in my heart. I know it's least of all for the writers, but you mean to fucking tell me that this show is going to have a wedding, right? An important wedding for someone who's supposedly really important to the show. And they're inviting the whole fucking coven from the continental US, supposedly, right? Everyone's flying in. They're coming in no matter what. And you mean to tell me that when a lark is getting wed, that Jeremy is not coming in from Santa Fe.
That is
For this?
bullshit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You mean his son? His son?
Right. His
person that
literal
he was a-
biblical son.
The person that he was a guardian for? Literally?
Yeah.
Don't
Come
piss me
on.
off.
Yeah, that is bogus. Ugh,
We
he
couldn't
should've
even have
been
had
there.
like a phone call or a text if you
Just
don't
an
want to show him on
acknowledge-
screen.
An acknowledgement of his existence, that he's still chilling, would be great. Like, come on.
That canonically does not make sense to me because Jeremy, even if he was going to go off and do his like hunting,
Mhm.
whatever he's doing right now, he would stop everything to show up and be wasted at Rick's wedding.
Ugh, we deserve that. Come on.
Also, the amount of pink nonsense at this wedding, I was surprised that Joe went so light-handed on the bridesmaid dresses.
I agree. Also,
I-
my my MVP of this episode was the wedding coordinator
Who got the flu?
who got the flu and was like 2 hours before the wedding. It's like, oh, I'm sick. I can't make it. Meanwhile, Joe is like full bridezilling right now, which I would not peg her to be necessarily.
No.
But she is like obviously stressing out. She's also pregnant. So like, there's like other layers of stuff going on here. But,
Yeah,
like,
maybe it's not her. Maybe it's the twins, you know?
yeah, it's the twins and whatever fucking dark magic is going in her uterus right now.
Yeah.
But like, she's being really mean to Bonnie. Bonnie's just trying to help. And she's like, oh my God, my shoes are missing. They're one of a
Bonnie's
kind.
never
yada,
used a
yada.
steamer in her life, okay?
Yeah,
She
she's
just-
trying her best, okay?
She's trying.
And even still, Bonnie's like, hey, you want me to use a locator spell to find your shoes? And she's like, I don't know. And it's just being mean at Bonnie for like trying to get the steamer to work. And it's like, enough.
Bonnie essentially just came back to the present
Yeah.
day, okay? So let's just cool it. I understand that your emotions aren't always yours right now
Mm-hmm.
because it's your wedding day. You're stressed out. You're
Yeah.
also pregnant. But let's just cool it, okay?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when Bonnie gets stressed out right now, fire comes out of her. So
You
let's
want to
all
play
just
a risky game, Joe. Come on.
stupid games get stupid prizes, all right? So everyone just take it down a couple notches. Here's the thing about the wedding coordinator.
Mhm.
She's potentially the only one alive by the end of this episode. So
Totally. That's what I'm saying. She got the best out of everyone. I think she was
She
like, the
had a
vibes are bad
premonition.
and I feel sick enough to not go. So y'all have fun. And she was right.
I think she had a premonition the way Bonnie did, and she was like, "Go with God, everyone. Be blessed. I'm out today."
Yeah. I will take that cancellation fee. No sweat. Like, don't even worry about it. Love and light. Have fun.
Right. The only positives for me about this episode, there were two of them. One was, and I want to talk about it a little bit later, but one was Stefan doing a fucking Saw game with Damon's head this episode. And it wasn't unwarranted. He was asked to do this by Elena.
Right.
And then the other was we finally, this season, got Caroline going just X Games mode on this event. And I
thank
missed
God.
it because
They needed her so bad. Like, she came like an angel from the heavens and was like, you thought you saw the last of me, bitch? Like, you need me. And they did. And she did great. She turned it out.
Y'all thought I was being evil with my no humanity, but turns out on the back end, I was making several binders planning this wedding. And it was because I
got
didn't trust anyone.
6-dimensional chess out here. Okay. Keep up. Let's go.
Oh, it was so good. We needed it. She was doing a great time. The amount of times that she just kept swerving to ignore Stefan was funny to me. And I appreciated it a lot.
And it's like, I get in the sense because Caroline, when her humanity was shut off, was not great. But I think we're over moralizing like I have to make amends to all these people. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, whatever. You had a lapse. Everyone has bad days. Everyone turns their humanity off. It's fine. And I do appreciate that she's just like waiting as long as possible to have that with Stefan and just being like, you're busy, I'm busy. Like, I'm good. Like, we'll circle back to that later.
Yeah, it was giving a little 12-step to me.
Yeah.
And doing it at such a big event, it was like, can we just hit the snooze button and do this tomorrow? And it turns out no, because there might not be a tomorrow. So who's to say?
That's what
But
would be
the one where she tried to turn around directly in front of him, like 2 feet in front of him, and pretend that she didn't see him was very funny, and I appreciated it a lot. She's like, "Oh, I have to go. I have to go see a man about a thing." Actually,
This show really underutilizes physical comedy because it really like makes sense for this world, but they're cowards. They don't want to do it. But thank God Caroline Forbes is out here fighting the good fight.
I 100% agree. There was too much Tyler in this episode.
Dude, Tyler, I want to kill this man. I am so sick of this guy.
Why is he here?
Why is he here being like a bad like groomsman, basically like doing fucking like chilling and drinking
sitting on
with
his
Rick.
ass during wedding planning. There's always something to do before an event.
Yeah.
You should never be sitting down during that. It pissed me off.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
not okay.
Put your ass to work. And Caroline rightfully was like, hey, you need to be doing stuff. Like, we need to be helping because the wedding is today. So can you like get your head out of your ass and just do something? And then he has the goddamn nerve to be talking shit about Liv and being like, oh, well, essentially being like, we broke up because you tried to kill yourself. Like, that is bar for bar what is going on here. And it's the audacity was truly abhorrent to witness.
When almost every other scene we see him drinking himself.
Right.
To crimes, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you need to chill out, first of all.
Yeah. Lest we forget, she lost her brother and also got broken up with and was definitely not having a good time. And you're going to be like, actually, you're the problem. What?
Right.
Fuck out of here.
And as far as we can tell, the two most damning things that she's done in that time is, one, maybe leave school, maybe just take a leave of absence, and then cut her hair. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Right? Like,
come on.
Let's just tone it down. She's fine, okay?
Yeah. She's working it out, okay?
And her hair looks good, so don't be
It looks
rude.
great. Yeah.
Don't piss me off. Yeah. No, I agree. And I was unsure where things were going to go because Caroline was sending everyone on errands. And Matt and Bonnie were picking up flowers, ?
Yeah.
And at least Matt was doing something. Matt's always down to do an errand. He knows how to get shit done.
Totally.
But the way that it ended with Bonnie with the blood, I was like, oh no, it might be this episode.
Yeah.
Because she had that whole premonition dream about Kai.
Right. She's like, Kai and Lily are after me. It's over. He's back.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
And then guess who's back? You know what I mean?
Guess who's back in the house?
Right, exactly. I loved Bonnie's line earlier in the episode when she was saying the Oedipus line to Enzo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because why an MP3 player, my guy? Why are you so worried about her? It's just
also just the wide web of what not Lily knows about in terms of the present is very funny because it's like ostensibly she's been on computer for a while since she's been here, but is still being like, ooh, this mystical MP3 player, not sure what that is, but maybe you can tell me all about it, ha-cha-cha-cha. And it's like, what is the like range of stuff you're familiar with?
Right, so presumably, because she has said, right, like she figured out how to get on the internet on that computer, but she doesn't know a Zune. So what? How much do you know here, Queen? I don't. We got to figure this out.
I would love if it was like she gets access to the internet and like super goes on like Wikipedia rabbit holes of being like every war that has happened since. Like she just like gets super like focused on like history and things, and it's like not, oh, what are the things that maybe you use on a day-to-day basis that would be helpful for your life. But whatever. You know,
Yeah,
teach
she
their
doesn't
own, I
know
guess.
like a mechanical can opener or something. But she she has gone on Wikipedia and like looked up I don't know how trains work or some shit. Like,
Sure, yeah.
that's very good to me. I am very curious to know your thoughts on Stefan and this suburban lifestyle.
He's playing chess out here, and I do appreciate that, because even if it is sort of selfish of him to be doing it in this way, he's not incorrect to be
No, he's not wrong.
telling Damon and showing Damon more specifically what his life is very likely to look like if he is a human with Elena for the rest of their lives. Which, and again, Stefan's not always really on the right side of history, but he does know his brother, and he's like, hey dog, I feel like you haven't thought about this at all, like in any way, and this is kind of a huge major decision, and something that you very much don't want, and have kind of expressed that you don't want forever, because the only time you found purpose is when you've been a vampire. So maybe we think about that, right? And what if I put my hands on your temples really, really close and shoot you into a vision of the future in which you are just in suburban mundanity with Elena, and you hate each other, and you're blaming her for everything, which you will, because even if you were making this choice, you're probably not making it for yourself, you know? Maybe we think about that, right?
It just really come to Jesus for him. And reminding him of all of the boring things about humanity, of like paperwork, getting the mail, stuff that he has never needed to worry about as a vampire. Like we always joke about this, the window repair guy, right?
Right.
Like, stuff that like that. And sure, are the visions a little dramatic? Maybe, but statistically probable.
Right.
I think that Damon is very much doing the defensive thing of like, you're only showing this to me because you don't want to be alone. And it's like, well, maybe. Right. And also, it's just very likely that you're going to just be a Corvette running into a brick wall here.
Yeah.
You're going to just absolutely burn out and want to, I don't know, do all these magical things. And Elena's like, no, I have the next like 10 years mapped out based on the career that I want to choose.
Yeah.
And I loved the part where Stefan was like, Elena wanted me to be harsh here. So
don't blame the messenger, okay? I'm just sending you into the future vortex.
Which is why it's so bonkers. After all of this, after Damon looks at the construction across the street, the kid playing with the soccer ball where he fucking pops.
Dude, that was so nasty.
So it's just so on brand. And is like, no, this is the banality that I want. Me, Damon Salvatore, I want this life.
Right.
Don't fucking play in my face like this.
Yeah. I find it very hard to believe that you went through like psychological torture of looking at what this might look like for you. And again, you can have your own delusions about that, and like, you know, anyone can change their destiny or whatever. But I don't know how you come out of that experience and be like, no, everyone's wrong except for me. Like, I actually am the only one who knows the divine truth, and y'all don't get it. So I'm gonna fuck this kid up and crush his dreams by deflating this and popping this soccer ball in front of his face. And then I'm gonna do what needs to be done and live a beautiful life. It's like, brother, what? Hey.
And not to mention, right, like, I know that this doesn't happen because I know I have already been made aware that Elena, her next episode is the next episode, or her last episode is the next episode,
Mhm.
and that is not a possibility for Damon. But even still, Damon has been asking multiple people,
Mhm.
hey, what do I do? Should I do this? Which is not, you can seek counsel, right? But
You know, when you're really confident in a decision and you really
Right.
feel good about it and you just ask anyone who you can, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're already giving the answer away. But from a scientific level, Elena took the cure 1-2 episodes ago, whatever the
Mhm.
fuck. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a phlebotomist or whatever. But
Yeah.
that shit doesn't stay in your blood. Even the cure, it can't still be in your blood that long.
Yeah.
Right? Like, especially not because it doesn't even happen this episode, right? The shit is hitting the fan. He's not going to be like, hey, we have to defeat Kai. I'm going to turn into a human now. Like,
Right. You got stuff to do, you know?
Right.
That kind of requires the vampiric nature of yourself.
right. So that is so confusing to me that I would presume that even if it was still in her blood now, and maybe if y'all know the science of that, please let me know. But like, it would be so minimal that just doesn't make sense. It wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah.
And I found it so confusing because Joe passes out earlier in the episode and she's fine. It was just, and I think that this happens a lot during events where she had a panic attack, normal. She wasn't eating, so she, her blood sugar dipped and she passed out for a second.
Sure.
But she was fine. Shit happens like that. She needed a V8 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Elena, this bitch, is like, oh, it was so empowering to not use my vampire blood, but to call 911. When has that ever happened for someone? That is one of the least empowering moments for someone where you were like so out of control and you were pacing and waiting and wishing that you could do more. Don't play in my face like that.
It's like, it's such a wild thing to be hung up on, of being like, oh no, this is why I'm human. Like, this is why I wanted this, right? Because I don't have to meddle anymore and be a doctor / vampire. I can call an ambulance and medical professionals can take care of a person. And it's like, that cannot be the thing, the eureka moment of like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. What?
What?
Huh? And Rick, of course, is like, yeah, dude, for sure. Like,
Rick,
totally. I love calling agencies to do stuff, and so I don't have to jump in and do it. And
he's wasted right now. His opinion doesn't matter.
no, for sure. He's like, this is not the person to talk to. But because he's the only, like, ex-vampire now human, she's like, we're the same. And he's like, I have had 7 Bellinis, so I don't actually know what you're talking about.
And is there something to be said about removing any sort of guilt there because it's not specifically on you, whether this person lives or dies? Maybe, right? Like, it's not on your blood to do it. But that's why she's going into this profession, right? Is that like medical professionals naturally have that control factor of wanting to like physically use their body, right? Their hands and their expertise to save a person's life. So to say in that moment that you felt empowered and not that you were counting down the seconds until you hear an emergency vehicle pull up, don't play in my face. Because
and it's like, you are obviously studying this and you know that you are not like eradicating the risk and uncertainty by, instead of getting involved directly, to shift them off to medical professionals. Because guess what? People also die in hospitals. Like,
all the time.
You know, all the time. So it's like, it's just a weird point of like interest for her to be like, this is it. I've made a good choice. And it's like, I don't really see your vision. in this, but like if you feel better about it, okay. It's just a really weird hill to die on.
And I think that is more to say with the writers, that they are trying
Yeah.
to give this person who could and should be jaded by multiple systems,
Sure.
given the fact that given the amount of people that have died in her life and she's
Yeah.
been failed by, right? That
Totally.
she shouldn't, there's no should here, but like it would make sense that she would be distrustful of
Mhm.
maybe the police system, maybe the medical system. And maybe
Mhm.
that would inspire her to go into it, to maybe feel like, she still has some unresolved things to go into that and try to like control it herself. And she's like gonna fucking wipe her hands after calling 911 and being like, wow, I totally trust everything that's gonna happen from here on out.
I did my part and everything is smooth sailing. Like, you have too much real personal experience with this not working out in your favor.
Right.
It is like institutional structural way, girly.
It is all of this character growth that we have seen over the last 6 seasons to be wiped away. Makes no sense, especially given that when she turned human, she got all of her memories back. Don't piss me off.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Come on now.
It makes no sense. What does make sense to me? Joe's dad being hot. I'm so happy every time I see that man on screen.
And apparently gives great gifts. So
And apparently, it was
the
so
total
funny
package.
when she said that.
Well, obviously he's invited to the wedding. Yeah, he wants to kill me. But have you considered that he might get us a La Crusette?
Knowing that he was essentially in the hallway listening to that conversation,
So funny.
when she said that, is very good to me. I loved it a lot. It's very stressful to me thinking about these like last 5 moments in the context of this show, that like Kai and his group of hybrid creepos are fucking with Matt and Bonnie,
Yeah.
and they don't understand. Well, Matt doesn't. Bonnie knows what's going on. That they're in an empty cell and being fucked with. We've got thing 1 and thing 2 fucking in a barn full of hay. Gross. Sickos. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That sounds very uncomfortable. And then you go into this just very pink barn wedding, which I didn't take Joe for. I did take Rick for. I'm gonna be
Yeah. Yeah, I think Joe lost the war on that one.
right.
She's like, I get to pick the name, you get to have your fuck ass barn wedding. Fine. Okay.
Nasty people. How happy do you think Kai was when he rolled up to that wedding and saw the whole Gemini coven there?
Dude, Kai is he's on top of the world. He can't be stopped. He was out there doing a tight 5. You know what I mean?
And he somehow found a tux when he came back.
He found a tux. He looked great. He wasn't in his little hoodie from the 90s/1903. It was great. He looked spiff. And he like fucking apparates like he's removing an invisibility cloak and is like, hey girlies, you missed me. Joe comatose on the floor, totally unresponsive.
I know it wouldn't have done anything, right? It would have removed the surprise from that moment with Joe, but what I would have given to seeing Kai's face during Rick's vows.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was just rolling his eyes
Completely.
during it. Of just looking at people being like, are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Can you believe
And
this?
too, when like everyone's like, oh my god, what's happening? He's like, hold on, let me have the mic real quick. He's like, I was gonna wait till the death do us part bit, but kind of on the nose, right?
Even for me, it's a little on the nose. You know what I mean?
Even for me, I'm editing, I'm refining. You know what I mean? I'm honing in my craft. I'm not gonna take the obvious one, and I'm gonna sort of just do a little zigzag on it. Very funny.
This motherfucker.
And then immediately he's like, miss me? You guys miss me? I did.
Looking directly at his dad, being like, Did you miss me?
His
And then
ass
just
is so
all because of course they're standing in front of this. It's a reformed barn or whatever the fuck, because it has all that huge amount of glass that they're
Oh
standing
my
in front
God.
of, and
Yeah.
it just and you have to remember because the whole episode has been about it. But Elena's human, so when they all get screeched and blown up, what can she do? You know what I mean?
Right.
I know we're not supposed to root for him because
they're making it so hard not to.
Because he's objectively the bad guy and he's working with Lily, and she's she's like it's not really a warehouse. It's like a ship dock that they're at.
Yeah.
Because it's like in the open. And he's brought all of the bad guys there. And he just stabbed his pregnant sister at her wedding.
Right.
But like, this is objectively the best villain that they've had in the show.
It's really good. I'm really a fan, unfortunately.
And when you give me a really entertaining villain, I'm going to enjoy it. So
yeah, because you can tell the writers care more about him than anyone else. They're like, oh, we can do fun stuff here. And so everyone else just dissipates into fucking bullshit, nothing burger shit. And then Kai is the only one with any juice out here. And so, of course, I'm sipping on that juice. I'm loving it. Okay?
It's so nice to see an actor really lean in to that, like, he's not even the younger sibling, right? He's like the twin eldest, right? But really lean into that obnoxious younger sibling energy. And I love it because he's so fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But it is so hard knowing that, like, next episode is the finale. It's going to be the time when Elena's not going to die. But like, she's going to in my brain because we're not going to see her anymore. And then Bonnie's going to die, but she's not going to in my brain. and then there's going to be a part of me that's like, well, does Kai? I don't want Kai to die because I'm intrigued in what he's got going on.
Because then we're going to be left with what? Like,
with nothing entertaining happening.
No.
Just these sad, boring people where you're going to tell me that I have to watch Stefan and Caroline? I'll go sit in the street instead. I'm going to go walk down my street and find all the kids that have their soccer balls, and I'm going to go pop them because that's more interesting than whatever we've got going on here. But alas, you know what I mean? Next week's episode, very positively, is titled "I'm Thinking of You All the Time."
Totally. For sure.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. I did need to point out that there was a hashtag for this week's episode.
Of course.
Do you want to read that?
God. Listen, I am a big proponent of ship names are bad and we should just eradicate them because it never works, right? Yeah. And this one is a real prime case of that. Hashtag Jolaric wedding. Jolaric, I guess. Jolaric. I hate that. That's a really bad mouthfeel.
I hate that. I hate it, and I'm also going to look it up really quick and see if there's anything recently under the Jolaric. How do you even... That can't possibly be the correct spelling there.
It's so bad.
All right, the latest from Jolaric Wedding was from Halloween of 2016.
Hell yeah.
So someone's still using it. They're keeping it alive. It might have been from...
She says about a decade-old tweet. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely being kept alive.
Someone's still keeping the candle lit. Well, I'm not looking forward to seeing whatever the hashtag is for next week's.
I'm so
I will say the trend of that, though, is something that I do miss. I'm that was a time in media that I miss a lot. It's like when we used to be able to have a hashtag for episodes.
We all came together for sure.
Yeah, but I will say that's one of their worst hashtags that they've had. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lotner.
Oh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Daniel Burke.
Ow, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Pew, pew, pew.
So this is a fan fiction that I found for you by the author Shannon XL.
Okay.
And it's titled A Life of Luxuries. It is a ship that I should have known existed, but I had not ever considered. Of Catherine Pierce and Pearl Zoo. And the summary of this is Catherine didn't always use sex as a tool to manipulate. She didn't come up with the idea all on her own. She learned to care for someone only to learn that caring is a liability. While she cares to the desires of men to survive, it's the desires she has for women that almost give her a reason to actually live. And I think the author meant caters instead of cares there.
Sure.
So if that is of interest to you, this is very short. It's only one chapter.
Okay.
But if you've been missing Catherine since she got zapped by that black abyss a little while ago,
Damn.
then please enjoy.
Hell yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to watching the comeback.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm excited. I will report back.
We'll love to see it.
Hell yeah. Well, tell your friends and your family about the show. And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
Get bit.
ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.